Samantha and Jake were a young couple who loved exploring new places together. One weekend, they decided to venture into the wilderness and spend the night in a remote cabin deep in the woods. Despite hearing rumors about strange noises and eerie happenings in the area, they dismissed them as nothing more than superstitions. As they arrived at the cabin, they felt a chill run down their spines. It was an old wooden structure that looked like it had been abandoned for years. The couple shrugged off their initial apprehension and set about making themselves comfortable for the night. As the sun began to set, they sat outside roasting marshmallows over a fire and enjoying the peacefulness of the forest. Suddenly, they heard a faint tapping sound at the front door. They looked at each other with surprise and decided to investigate. Jake cautiously approached the door and slowly opened it. To their surprise, there was no one there. The couple laughed it off, attributing it to the wind, and went back to their activities. As they settled in for the night, they heard the tapping again. This time, it was coming from a window. They both sat up in bed, heart racing, and listened as the tapping grew louder and more frantic. They could hear the sound of something scratching at the window pane, like someone was trying to get in. Suddenly, they heard a loud crash, and the sound of shattering glass filled the room. They jumped out of bed, and by the light of their flashlight, they saw a figure standing in the shattered window. It was a ghostly figure with glowing eyes and a twisted smile. They screamed in terror, frozen in place as the figure slowly made its way towards them. Without thinking, Jake grabbed Samantha's hand and they ran out of the cabin as fast as they could. As they reached the woods, they heard the sound of footsteps behind them, getting closer and closer and closer. They sprinted as fast as they could, their hearts pounding with fear, until they finally reached their car. Once they were safely inside, Samantha looked back, and to her horror, she saw the ghostly figure disappear into the woods, never to be seen again. From that day on, the couple never returned to the cabin, and the locals whispered about the ghost that haunted the woods for years to come.